Hey guys, Wappn8r here with an update to the Lightning Sorceress, as well as I'm going to respond to some of the comments on the previous video on the Lightning Sorceress. Start with the one that kind of inspired me to actually do this video, as well as it was just kind of feel like recording a little bit. Everyone in the comments saying what they think would be better, lol, every video. I generally, though, don't actually theory or look at everyone else's theory crafting. I'll check Dark Humility's tier list. I'll maybe see some stuff on the subreddit or in general chat or something, but I don't go look at what other people are doing as far as builds. I'll occasionally see somebody that I'm trading with and what they're doing, but I'm usually just building it myself and looking at all the items that are available and deciding how I want to build it. I mean, that's part of the craft and part of the fun of this game to me. It's building a character how I want and not net decking or whatever. So I don't mind seeing some suggestions because it's possible I haven't actually seen them. And we're going to go over some of those, and hopefully some of them are actually useful. So any reason you're still playing the old version, I assume they mean not D2R, and that's because D2R sucks by comparison. Still a fine game, but also I don't want to give Blizzard any more money. There's some talking of energy shield respec. So I had recorded this 5 days before it came out, just because it was right during Christmas time. And by the time it had come out, the comment went down. I had already done it a couple days before. As far as switching to all energy, there's no extra points in vitality, but there are a lot here for my Infinity and my Annie. But the switch to that, and then with the skill tree, I guess I'll look at now with Call to Arms and the pre-buff. It's at 81% absorb, which is the important number. And so with full BO or battle command from a barb, it would be at 85, which is the cap. TK is next because it reduces the amount of mana it takes when it absorbs damage. Then otherwise down the middle, and I now have static field because of this Act 3 Merc, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And once again, just one and warmth and nothing else. So that is done. I've realized because of that, I don't necessarily need as much mana per kill. So I've got less here. This is switched to res just to make all the res work. This is a 20 FCR ring. And I've got occultists to get even more mana. So when we buff up here, we've got 1900 mana, 1000 life. And I could still use a few more lifers. I've got, 3 that aren't, but it's pretty good. Your Merc armor is low-key sexy as fuck. This thing, yes. If the 8 PDR was an 18, and or if it had some good resists, this would be god tier, but it's not quite there, but it's pretty cool. It was a 199 roll. There's a 38 and a 37 in there. Another question about Mang songs, as opposed to using the Infinity. Mang songs, if you have a 6 socket one with -20 or whatever, it's probably better that you shove full 5/5s. I'm certain it's better. You get 6 to all skills. You get the -50, just like I've got here. The Infinity's on your Merc. The 6 to all skills as opposed to 3 to a couple is huge. You get the same cast rate, but if it's not an insane one, I think I kind of do like the Infinity here better. And it has a couple tools as well in the Cyclone Armor on casting. That procs for 1700 damage because of the energy scaling now. Back in Lord of Destruction, the Wind Druid, you would get 3,000, 4,000 damage out of it. They nerfed the crap out of it here early in PD2, but it since got buffed in a big way with energy scaling. And it's now halfway back to where it was, so it's pretty incredible. As well as the 35S run walk, very good to always have. The Vitality and the Magic Find are nice, but they're not deal breakers. But those two main things, faster run walk and the cyclone armor, I think are enough to like be very valuable here. And the as well, if you want like the extra lower res proc, your mercenary Stormspire is going to be up more often than your lower res. 75% chance to cast static field here is going to happen more often than the 12% on your lower res. But I have realized, since I'm at 100 res or pierce anyway, like I don't necessarily need more. I am going to try some other things on the mercenary. So I will try Delirium. I just need to find a 3-socket helm. It's a good idea. I do like it. It would also interfere with Mang Songs if you used it, for what it's worth, but I probably will switch to that. But right now I'm wearing an Insight Occultists of his own for the faster cast and curse reduction. The highest defense shaft stop. Faster cast, PDR, belt with some res. I don't know what boots I need because I have Canopy Frozen here on a Shattered Wall. I'm having this for the Cold Aura. This person had said Doom. I had already thought of Shattered Wall instead of Exile because I don't know what I necessarily need the Defiance for. Yes, defense is good. I know. Like right now I'm getting hit by most everything. But like I'm not wearing Defiance for the defense. I use Defiance on an Act 2 mercenary for the PDR. And if you have an Exile shield on an Act 3 merc, it doesn't give you that PDR. That does not work. So I get it as far as that, but I want this Holy Freeze. So now with this, we've got enemies chilled like immediately. So I'm gonna go over some of the pros and cons of this and tell you my conclusion at the end. Like, it is pretty quick as far as chilling enemies here. Like, let me take some damage too. Because the other thing is this prayer and meditation, like, come on, hit me. Like, they gotta get through my energy shield. I shouldn't have put an energy shield on. Like, look how long it frickin' takes. Okay, now we're taking some damage. There we go. But like, watch this regen. Whoop. It's like 60, 70 health every couple seconds. If you get hit, you don't need to play that defensive for that long before you're back to full. That regen is pretty good. You can definitely cut down on your post-infusions, and that was the big sales pitch the person had on it. As far as this Holy Freeze, like chilling enemies and giving you an extra chance, like, it's pretty quick how fast it chills them when you teleport in there. Bop. Bop. Like, it'll slow down their attacks. It'll get you a chance to cast a couple extra casts, and you'll, I really think it's a good defensive tool. Which is why somebody else recommended a Doom, which I think, I'm going to spoil it here. I think I'm going to do, because I'm going to go back to Act 2. I like this experiment, but I don't think it's quite for me, because of what I'm going to get into now as the cons. No, and that's to say, this prayer and meditation, and the Holy Freeze, very, very good. But considering I can get the Holy Freeze on Act 2 if I want, which I kind of do, and the prayer and meditation, despite how good it is, doesn't make up for all of these cons that I have right now. I like having a tank who's going to run out there and like crowd control stuff. Like, stuff's going to run to it, he's going to run out to it, they're going to meet, and I know where stuff is reliably going to be. He's generally slower at killing everything. Damage is just lower. Now, I understand I could probably switch to a Cold Snap here, or whatever the belt is, Snow Clash, here, and some extra damage in some way or something like that in order to up his damage a bit. But I honestly think it's like, and I tried this before, and 2 seasons ago, I think I had a hyper, geared Cold Sorceress or Cold Mercenary here, and it just was not good enough. His damage is just not that great. So because of that, slower at killing light immunes and slower at killing bosses, both. So that's kind of unfortunate that I just do think it's slower. Now it's like, is it enough slower that it's not made up for by the less potion chugging because of the other stuff, or the prayer and meditation? I don't think so. Another thing that is kind of annoying, I really like teleporting onto something and knowing that he's going to hit it. Like, sometimes when I teleport right on an enemy, he's going to shoot something else the other way. It's kind of harder to demonstrate here when we're sitting in just Act 5 as opposed to a map. But I've had times where it's like I teleport onto a thing because I want to kill it. There's an archer up here, or like an elite that's lightning immune or something. I teleport up onto it. I want my mercenary to hit it and kill it, while I go shoot at the mob that's over here. Like, this kind of scenario happens all the time running through maps, and it's he just doesn't do that. It doesn't kill the elites like that fast enough. I think that's a problem. He's also just worse at guarding me if I'm sitting there IDing stuff like an idiot, which I do a lot, because I like pick up every single large charm and grand charm and jewel and whatever else. But I am overall, I think, not quite impressed. So I think I am going to switch back to Act 2, but switch to a Doom, and as I said, try out Delirium, which I might have to mess with my attack speed a little bit then, but that's fine on him if I lose the Andes. But anyway, I think I'll show off a Chaos run here as well, and that'll be it. Yeah, as I said, not any other real changes. I guess I didn't go through them yet. But yeah, boots to make the res work, 20 FCR, occultist. So it was 55 when I left. $2.99's high enough. Rip. Faster cast rate. Nice. Well, it was like a 65-second chaos run or something. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Give us more comments. We'll look at more. No, we won't. No, I'm not doing another one of these. Bye.